Hi, dear friends and subscribers. Welcome to the Cricket Happening Show with your host Ram today. And we are looking at two matches today. One is the start of the West Indies tour of India, where the first match was played today. The first Test match which was played at the Firozshah Kotla in Delhi. And well, West Indies have finished strongly, I would say. They have finished at 256 for 5 at close of play on the first day of this first Test match of the Test series between India and West Indies. And for India, there were two persons who made the debut: Ravichandran Ashwin, the right arm off spinner, and Umesh Yadav, actually making their debut. Now, looking at the West Indies innings there, West Indies started off with Brathwaite and Powell, and the Indian, I mean, there was not much assistance on the pitch, so basically the bowlers couldn't take much advantage out of it, and Brathwaite and Powell continued, and then it required the spin of Pragyan Ojha to come in. Now, as I always said that I always feel that Pragyan Ojha, the left-arm spinner, is the best spinner available in India currently, and he was the one who actually gave the breakthrough by actually picking up the wicket of Kieran Powell, who was LBW ball Ojha for 14 with 3-4. So that was the first wicket to go. Brathwaite continued to impress, and he's a person. He's just 18 years of 18 years age. So what is good about this West Indies team is there's a lot of youth induced into the team, and Brathwaite is just 18 years old, so a very lean person. Kieran Powell is just 21 years old, so that's something good for them. And Keith Brathwaite was the one who actually grinded the attack, in the sense he was really playing a waiting role. Kirk Edwards joined him. Kirk Edwards, as you know, is coming on some good form in against Bangladesh, and he has already proved himself in the Test matches with 2 centuries. He also has 1 century to his name when India toured the West Indies. And today he and Brathwaite were in the middle. But Pragyan Ojha, as he said, he was the best bowler today with figures of 29 overs, 8 maidens, 58 runs and 3 wickets, and he picked up Kirk Edwards, caught and bowled for 15 with 2 fours. India would be very happy to see the back of Kirk Edwards there. Brathwaite continued to impress by, he was not playing a lot of strokes. He was really, working the ball and basically giving good support to the other end. Darren Bravo joined him, and Darren Bravo disappointed as Ashwin clean bowled him for 12, and West Indies at that time was 72 for 3. And after that, it required Shivanarayan Chanderpaul, the experienced campaigner and the stonewaller, who's still not out there at stumps, on 111 with 7 fours and 2 good sixes that he hit. And he was along with Keith Brathwaite, and that was the stand which actually enabled West Indies to finish at 256 for 5, because it was a 108-run fourth wicket stand between Brathwaite and Chanderpaul. Brathwaite played the waiting game. Chanderpaul, as you know, he's also a person who normally likes to stay on at the wicket and grind the opposition, and that's what he did, and he contributed a good 111. His century, in fact, he equaled Vivian Richards' record of 24 Test centuries, and he was not out on 111. But Brathwaite, after playing a good innings of 63 with 4 boundaries, Pragyan Ojha removed him as Dhoni whipped off the bails, and he was stumped out for 63. Marlon Samuels edged one from the bowling of Ashwin to Dhoni to be out for 15. So Ashwin getting his first Test wicket there. He has been playing in one-day years in 2020, so it was his first Test match, and he picked up his wicket, and his first Test wicket was Marlon Samuels. And Carlton Borg was not out on 19 with 3 boundaries. Shivan Chanderpaul was not on 111 with 7 fours and 2 6. West Indies finishing well, I would say, 256 for 5. The bowling, they have Ishan Sharma, 18 overs, 4 maidens, none for 58, bowled well. Umesh Yadav won his debut, 16 overs, 5 maidens, none for 48. I thought he bowled well. Pragyan Ojha, the best among the attack there, 29 overs, 8 maidens, 3 for 58. Ashwin on his debut, 25 overs, 3 maidens, 2 for 79. Virendra Sehwag bowled 2 overs for 5 runs. Yuvraj Singh, 1 over, no maiden, none for 2. The other good thing for India was India were at full strength today. The only person absent was Zahir Khan, who is really fighting his fitness, and probably one would see him playing in those subsequent Test matches, hopefully. So as I said, there was nothing, and West Indies, I thought they finished off well on the first day of the first Test here at the Firozshah Kotla. Now I take you down to Sri Lanka and Pakistan, where it played at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, the third Test. Tomorrow would be the last day, which will decide whether whether Pakistan would be winning the series, because Sri Lanka are leading by 237 runs with 5 wickets remaining. But again, it all depends. There's only 1 day left. The match could either finish in a draw, or whether it's very hard to say. But still, there is something still left on the 5th day, I would say. It was Pakistan who resumed at the overnight score. with Misbah Ulaq continuing to really, understand the situation and, not really take any risks and, just play some defensive strokes. And he finished off with 89 with 7 fours and 1 6, becoming a victim of Suraj Zanedeway. But the tail couldn't really whack for Pakistan today, as Abdur Rahman was dismissed for 3 of the bowling of Velagadra. Umar Gul fell for 5. Saeed Ajmal remained not out on 12. Junaid Khan was clean bowled by Velagadra for a duck. And that was all over. 340 all out, conceding a lead of 63 runs to Sri Lanka. And the bowling figures, Velagadra came with a 5-wicket haul, which would really be, he would be very happy about it. Velagadra 35.2 overs, 10 maidens, 87 runs and 5 wickets. His first 5-wicket haul, according to me, in Test cricket. Damika Prasad didn't bowl once again, so that was a big blow for Sri Lanka, I thought, because Damika Prasad is a good bowler who actually extracts a lot of pace, and unfortunately he couldn't bowl even today. Kulashekara on his debut, 25 overs, 7 maidens, 1 for 65. Rangana had 42 overs, 14 maidens, 85 runs and 3 wickets. He toiled hard there. Suraj Zanedeway, 25 overs, 5 maidens, 1 for 74. And Dilshan, 7 overs, 1 maiden, none for 18. As far as Sri Lanka were concerned, they were 63 runs on as they started their second innings, and Paranavitha and Dilshan started for them. And the first wicket to go, Tilgandeh Dilshan, the captain, was out very early on as Umar Gill had him caught by Hafiz for 4. That was the first wicket to go. After that, Sangakkara joined. Sangakkara played a sweet little innings of 51 with 2 fours and 2 sixes. Paranavitha now stayed there, just playing a very waiting game there. Mahila Jayawardene disappointed. LBW bowled Umar Gul for 20 with 2 fours. And Saeed Ajmal struck twice in one particular over just before the close of play by having Angelo Matthews LBW for 13, 2 fours, and Kaushal Silva, the keeper, was LBW bowled Saeed Ajmal the same over for a duck. So that made the score look at 155 for 5. Finally, Sri Lanka finishing with 164 for 5, with Taranga Pranavithana not out on 66 at close of play with 4 fours and 1 6. Kulashekara, the night watchman, Kaushala Kulashekara, was not out on 4. 164 for 5 they finished with Umar Gul 12.4 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 35. Junaid Khan 5 overs, 3 maidens, none for 9. Abdur Rahman 12 overs, 1 maiden, none for 38. Mohammad Hafiz 10 overs, 1 for 34. Saeed Ajmal was very good, 14 overs, 2 maidens, 2 for 44. But as I said, tomorrow is the 5th day, the final day of the match. 237 runs on Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka definitely, but if Sri Lanka has to what Sri Lanka can do is, Sri Lanka, if they have to square the series, they have to really go full tilt at Pakistan tomorrow by getting up some quick runs. But let me tell you that Pakistan bowling was very good. They were not allowing the Sri Lankan batsmen any liberties to actually play the scoring strokes, and that's what really kept them at 164 for 5. So credit to Pakistan bowling. But tomorrow, the 5th day, as you know, there could be something in the pitch for the bowlers. There could be some turn, but Sri Lanka, I think, should, if they have to square the series, they have only one way of doing it. They have to really go for the attack and pick up some 100 odd runs, which will make it 337, and then set Pakistan, because Pakistan also has nothing to lose. They could either go for a victory there, or the match could be drawn. And Sri Lanka could really put some pressure because they have the spinners. Rangana had an event. Tomorrow is the 5th and final day. They could extract some turn and bounce, and the match could become interesting. I think Sri Lanka should really take the chance to press home the lead that they've taken, and really put pressure on Pakistan and try to win the match at least, because they have nothing to lose. They could either, they have already lost the series. It's 1-0 right now. They have an opportunity to square the series, and I'm sure Tilgandeh Dilshan is an attacking captain and he would go for it. That would be the one which one would be watching out as far as the 5th and final day's play is concerned here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, whether Sri Lanka can square the series tomorrow, or Pakistan. If Pakistan could actually remove the other 5 wickets probably in the first session itself and bowl out Sri Lanka for another 50 runs more, that would be around 300. And that would make it an equation of probably 275, and that would make the match very interesting, because Pakistan would definitely go for it and see to it that whether they can go for the target, and if probably the wickets fall, they might actually pull the shutters down. So again, that's an interesting phase of play left tomorrow in the 5th day at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, and one looks forward to it, no doubt about that. And dear fans, friends and subscribers, I'll have to end up my Cricket Happening show now. Thanks for your company, and thanks for watching Cricket Happenings. It has been a pleasure bringing you this Cricket Happening show day in and day out. And once again, thank you all, and Ram will see you tomorrow. Thank you.